Hello Aries, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your February Tarot Forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love situation, at your career and workspace, and I'll be talking about the guidance from the universe to utilize the energies of the month to your best benefit. And we will get some messages from your person to yourself at the end. I'm gonna start with an oracle deck and we'll get right into it. If you're wondering, what is this? It's my dome in the big island of Hawaii. It's this little house, room/house that I'm staying at. It's actually part of an Airbnb place here, but I do have this space, which is awesome. And I do love this chair, and I don't have any other chairs or tables in the room, so just as always, you know, making the best out of it and trying to enjoy myself in the process. And I love this chair, actually. It's amazing. Okay, let's see what we have for Aries in the month of February. By the way, we are approaching full moon in Leo, which is also a fire sign, just like yourself. It's going to be happening on the 5th of February. So yeah, make sure that you do at least, if not the ritual, at least you think about the anything that you'd like to release, to leave behind. And yes, if you have chance, because it's a fire sign and you are a fire sign, if you can do a burning ritual with writing it down on a paper and then burning it safely, that would be excellent, actually. And all the planets are direct in the month of February, so they are encouraging us to go for our dreams, especially as we are in the season of Aquarius. And you know, think big and go for it. I'm getting this message all around the last week. And no, sorry, I think I haven't really. Let's see what we have for Aries. We'll be traveling to another place tomorrow, and this is actually literally my only night here because I'm staying at the same place but in a different room before. This is my last night before I leave. And yes, just behind me, this is like it's kind of like my window into the jungle. So if it was during the day, you would see a lot of greenery there. It's so surreal. And right up there, I have a skylight and I can see the moon, which is almost full already. Okay. Infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. Yeah, I think we can pretty much finish the reading here, right, Aries? That's all you need to hear. Mic drop. Now we'll keep going. Let's see what we have with tarot. And I will start with the Witch's Tarot for the main reading. Okay. We have the Wheel of the Year and the Empress here. So this is for your career space, Sag and Taurus and Libra energy. You'll be dealing with one of those signs. 9 of Pentacles as well. It's funny, I was actually getting this card in my previous reading for another sign, but it was a different deck, so I know it's not a problem with the deck or my shuffling skills. It's funny. For your career space, we have 8 of Swords, Ace of Cups. Wow. You'll find someone special at work. The Moon. Cancer energy. Actually, Pisces energy, so. The Emperor. This is you, Aries. This is the advice part. 2 of Swords. And the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck. 3 of Wands. Okay, so what would I say first of all is that you have a lot of major arcanas here. So I'm getting this clear vision that you are being largely supervised and guided onto your path, and even accelerated, I would add. I mean, look at this card. It's the Wheel of the Year, the Empress. Abundance, creation. The Empress, of course, sometimes can signify pregnancy, if this is something that you are trying to get to, or you know, you're starting a conversation at least about it, or even if you don't start a conversation, it's possible that that's what's on your path and that's what's coming for you. But most importantly, that's what I feel here. It's not even about the relationship as much, and sometimes I do get that. I have to keep saying that, you know, in my readings, I don't have dedicated space for just you and your personal path and next steps. So usually if I get that information, it's usually in this first row with the love situation. And really, the first person you should be in a relationship with, a healthy relationship with, is yourself. So I'm not surprised that it's showing up. And what I'm getting for you, Aries, is that you're asked to really notice those features about yourself. How beautiful you are, how powerful you are, how much you have to give to this world, right? And that you're worthy of an emperor here, right? And I know that you would say, but I'm an emperor. Yes, you can turn it around, of course. I mean, emperor and empress obviously a little bit more gender specific, but you can turn it around the way you want. We still have the emperor and the empress here in this reading, the power couple. And you know, Aries, you are an emperor. You could be an empress if you're a woman, if this resonates more. But this means that you are supposed to get that equal partner to sit right next to you. And it will happen once you actually acknowledge that you are an emperor / empress. You see what I mean? It's important to actually live that life, to have that mindset. And that's how you're gonna attract that kind of person. And it's not necessarily if you're in a relationship now that this person is gonna disappear and you'll have to say goodbye to them. It's just that it's very interesting how the growth happens. And it can happen that the person that you're with right now, that they will grow into that equal, worthy partner, right? And then that will almost be like a new relationship, right? But if they don't and you go far ahead of them, then naturally you won't be gelling anymore, you know? That's the easiest way to explain energy, frequency, and vibration between two people. Okay, for the career space, we have Eight of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Moon. Yeah, there is some mystery here. There is, but I like that the Moon card has, like, this person has some fire in her arm, right? To me, again, this speaks about the fire sign that you are, and that because you're so driven and goal-oriented, right? And you don't like to just sit idly, but you like the action, right? This actually helps clarify things faster. Wherever the confusion was, whatever caused some sort of negative self-talk and feelings like you're not good enough, or this person promised you something and that let you down, and it's up to you to figure out who is that. But it will turn around into a love situation. And yes, it could be an actual love relationship, but it could also be a friend or even a guide that you will meet. A guide, I mean, like a, you know, in a professional life. The important part is that turning things around on either of your sides to see how much you actually have to give to each other and how much it makes sense, this collaboration, this partnership, mentorship, whatever it is. Okay, so the full moon is definitely gonna help you with that. That's what I'm getting. Finally, we have the Emperor, Two of Swords, and Knight of Cups. So it's your card. I'm guessing you feel a little bit left out from the game, but the universe is telling you that every role you have and every situation you get into has a meaning behind it. Even if you brought it on by yourself and it wasn't divinely orchestrated, there is always something there that, you know, was bigger, that was intended to happen this way, or at the very least, if it wasn't intended to happen this way, it still provided very useful information and experience that can be used forward when the person steps back into alignment, right? And there is a bit of that confusion slash, I mean, notice this, the Emperor is almost like watching other people do maybe some sort of parade or other like rituals or whatever, marches, and although they are the Emperor and they aren't supposed to be part of it, they're supposed to be solemnly sitting and you know, acknowledging and watching, they feel bad about not being part of it, not marching with the rest of the guys, right? And that's how we are as people. It's not always about the rank or is it okay for me to be friends with you because of a certain characteristic or whatever BS people sometimes still make up. No offense if I'm not calling anyone out specifically, just that's what the advice is about, right? To know that the place where you are is actually where you're supposed to be, and B, if you do have those desires that seem odd, but they feel like in your heart space, they feel like the right thing to do, go for them, do it, go for it, do them. You know, it's late in the night for me. Okay, I'm mostly operating on a New York schedule still, so it's getting tough with the nighttime. Okay, let's get some messages for Aries from that person, and I'll let you guys go. And myself. You and myself. Messages for Aries. Okay, got something here. The Magician, I like it. I'm getting a vibe that this is your person, actually. This is also the Gemini energy. Could be a Gemini. Okay, and Queen of Swords. Wow. Air and air. So what I'm getting is that your person want to have a more authentic life for themselves, where they don't have to be playing games, to negotiate under some unfavorable terms, etc., etc. They want to manifest that life for themselves, where they have the freedom. They're still working it out, and I see that from the hood that the person has in this deck. The Magician does, right? They're still working on it. They don't have the answer. They're not ready to share it at the very least, right? But it's funny. Instead of work in progress, I heard thought in progress. The thought is in progress. It's being generated. The solution is being generated as we speak. But they know that A, it's not going to happen overnight. B, it will mean that certain things and people will have to be left behind. But it's the point, it's like that boiling point in time where they are understanding that it's not the way forward. And we all deserve better, people in this situation. And so they are taking it into their own hands. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all. And I'll be back with more readings very, very soon.